In my last one box nickel hunt, not only did we find 3 Civil War nickels, but we had upgrades for the Series 2 book and upgrades and additions for the Series 3 album. So that being said, you know I had to go back to that bank and grab another box, and fortunately, it was circulated nickels. So, we have a one box nickel hunt today, and this is going to be Hunt and Field episode number 103 and box 77 for the Series 2 album and box 12 for the Series 3 book. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure. Welcome back to my channel. Like I said in the intro, we have a one box nickel hunt. You know we've already finished the Series 1 book. Took us 167 boxes. So we're trying to beat that for the Series 2 album. Like I said, it's box 77. We only need 2 nickels, the 39S and the 50D. And of course, we still need 16 nickels for the Series 3 Jefferson Side Finds album. Now, if you're new to the channel or new to the series and you'd like to play the entire playlist starting at box 1 of the series, you can always check out that playlist that I have linked both down below in the video description as well as pinned up here for your convenience. Now, we'll give you a look at the books at the end when we compare the finds to see if we have any upgrades or additions. But for now, we're going to get right to the hunt. Obviously, I can see by the holes in the bottom we have circulated nickels, so we're just going to crack right open into this box, see if we have any fancy enders, and see if we can score some more silver, upgrades, and or additions. Judging by the top of the box, we do have a few older Jefferson nickels, but it doesn't look as good as the last box. But I do see some older Jefferson nickels, so I'm going to get excited about this anyway, regardless of the outcome. Now, obviously, because it's a one box hunt, I will be bringing you guys in on every find from 1959 and earlier, and fingers crossed, I see you often with some goodies. I'll be back with my first find in this one box hunt. The first roll is going to give us our first find. It's just a 1959 Jefferson nickel, but I said I would show all the 50s as well, and that's a 1959 Denver. Roll number 2, find number 2. It's going to be a 1953 in pretty good shape, minted in Denver. Roll number 3 is going to have our third find. It's a 1958 Jefferson nickel. The Philly is the lower mint, and that's a Denver. We'll take it though. 3 finds in 3 rolls. Roll number 4 is going to give us find number 4. Just another 1958 Jefferson nickel from Denver. Same roll and yet another 1958 Jefferson nickel, also from Denver. We're on roll number 6 and we're going to have 2 finds. I can see them both. The first one is going to be a 1957 in pretty nice shape from Denver. And take a look at this. Peeking out of the back, I saw 52 when I flattened them out, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape as well. And it is. 1952 Philly. Man, I could swear that these nickels do look like they might have come out of a collection because they're in pretty decent shape. I know they're just the 50s, but I also found a really nice 1963 and a really nice 1960. So we'll keep looking. Off to a great start, 6 rolls in. Roll number 9 is going to give us our first nickel from the 40s. Barely made it in, but it's a 1949 Jefferson nickel. And it is from Denver, so we can double check it for that D over S, which I'm going to focus this in a little bit more. Yeah, I don't see the D over S, but nice to see a 1949 Denver in the box. 9 rolls in. Same roll. Add a 1956 Denver to the board. Roll number 11. Yet another 1958 Denver. Roll number 12, and it's like it's a broken record because we have yet another 1958 Denver in the box. Roll number 13, our oldest Jefferson of the hunt, a 1940 Denver. Roll number 14, and another Jefferson find. Can you guess the year? 1958 Denver. And while I have you here, just in case it's old, let's take a look at this one. And it is 1946, Philadelphia. Roll number 15, another 1946. This one, also Philadelphia. Roll 18 and the 50s barrage continues. Another 1957 Denver. Roll number 27. The box has started to slow down a bit, but we do have another 1940 Jefferson nickel from Philadelphia. Roll number 28. Another 1946 Jefferson nickel from Denver. Same roll. Add another 1959 Denver to the board. Roll number 30. Yet another 1946 from Philadelphia. Roll number 32 had an ender. I already knew it was a 58, but I figured I'd get it out for you guys. You can see it has a little bit of ring of death from being an ender. But yet another 1958 Denver to add to the board, and that's a lot of 58s in this box. We're on roll number 33, and I could be wrong, but I believe we might have a war nickel right there in the middle. That one's damaged, but that one looks like it could be a war nickel, so I figured I'd film it just in case. And it is 1945 San Francisco. It's not in the best shape, but we might be able to use it for one of the books, or it could possibly be an upgrade if we have an uglier 45S in one of them. We'll take it. First silver war nickel, and I was wondering if we were going to see any of those because this bank had 3 in the last box. Although we've had a lot of good finds, we hadn't had any silver yet. First silver, 33 rolls in. Let's get back to the hunt. Same roll, and the ender is a 1959 Denver. I didn't notice it because it was reverse facing on the end, but we'll add it to the board regardless. And the finds are definitely starting to stack up for that box, although light in the 40s still. Roll number 34, we've got a 1955, and as you know, the 55P is a tough date. It'd be nice if it's that. But it's going to be a 1955 Denver, so we'll just check it for that D over S. There's damage, and I don't see the D over S, at least not in that shot. We'll take it, though, and get back to the hunt. Roll number 35 has a definite find and maybe another one behind it. The front one is a 1957 Denver. And is this going to be a find? It does have a Denver mint mark. 1947 Denver. 2 finds in that roll. Roll number 36, and you guessed it. Another 1958 in decent shape. Could be a Philly this time, but it's not. 1958 Denver. Roll number 38. We're going to go ahead and add another 1959 to the finds. Hey, and that's a 1959P. Slightly lower mintage, so good to see. And first time we found a Philly in the later years. Just grabbed roll number 40 out of the box. Saw an older ender and pushed the wrapper aside, and look at that. Yet another 1958. The 1958 ender is a Denver. Same roll, but this time a 59. Denver. Roll number 41, and we have our first find from 1958. Just kidding. 1958 Denver. Roll number 47 might give us our second silver war nickel of the box. You can see how they all look similar except for that one. And that's looking pretty good by the edge. And it is. And it's another San Francisco. 2 war nickels in the box, both San Francisco. Is it another 45S? No. 1943S in pretty decent shape for being a circulated war nickel. Could be an upgrader or a user. Either way, like I said, 2 war nickels in the box, both San Francisco, and I don't recall seeing any other San Francisco nickels so far other than a 68, 69, and 70S that I've seen, but not in the ones that we're pulling out. All right, 3 rolls plus this to go. Hopefully I have more finds. Roll number 48, and we do have more finds, or at least a find. 1957 Denver. We're on roll number 49, and I had to do a double take because almost the ender, I thought it was a 59, but when I first picked it up, I noticed it was a 39, and I set it back down and grabbed the camera. As you know, we need a 39S for one of the 2 slots we need, and it does have pretty decent detail, but it is a little bit circulated, of course. Is there a mint mark for a key date, and more importantly, an S to fill a slot? It's just going to be another 39 Philadelphia, but we'll double check it to see if it has any of the doubling for that nice DDR. And I don't see it, and definitely no mint mark. It's just going to be a 1939 Philly. Might be an upgrade, but I doubt it. We'll take it though. One roll, one nickel left of the hunt. We have finished that one box nickel hunt, and it was a dandy of a box. I can't believe that we have 34 older Jefferson Nickels in a one box hunt. Typically, I like 20 to 25. This had 34. Definitely a great box. No semi-key dates, no key dates, no nickels as far as the 39S or 50D we needed for the Series 2 book, but we did get 2 San Francisco War nickels and a 39P that I was hoping was going to have an S since we had a couple of oldies with S mint marks. I also pulled aside 4 nicer older Jeffersons in the 60s to see if they upgrade. And speaking of upgrades, it's time for me to compare the finds to the albums. If you're wondering, we did have 10 nickels from 1958. Crazy. All right, let me compare the finds to the albums. I'll see if I have any upgrades or additions, and I'll be back with a look at the book and some final thoughts on the hunt. We have compared the finds to both albums, and I'm going to tell you right now, that bank was a good bank for this series. For the Series 2 book, which is this one right here, we didn't have any additions, so we're still stuck at 134 out of 136 nickels found through 77 boxes, but we were able to upgrade the 43S and the 45S from this hunt. And a quick look at them, the 45S is right here. Not the best looking nickel, but it definitely was an upgrade. And the 43S is right there. And again, not the best looking, but it was an upgrade as well. I then took the 45S and the 43S that were in that book, and we used them in this book. Here's the 43S we had from Series 2, which we nicely put in here as an upgrade, and the 45S right here, which we added to this book. For the Series 3 book, we now have 50 nickels found because we added the 45S through 12 boxes out of the 65 we need. There's the 45S edition, and then we had 4 upgrades, a 40D, a 43S, a 52P, and a 53D. And a quick look at them. Here's the 40D right here. Not the best again, but still a better nickel. You already saw the 43S, the 45S edition. The 52 Philly is right here. Not a bad looking nickel either. And then that 53D was one of the nicer 53Ds we have found in quite some time. So definitely a nice hunt. 2 silvers for the silver jar, 2 upgrades for the Series 2 books, and an addition and 4 upgrades for the Series 3 book. Man, can't get mad at that. That's back-to-back episodes with upgrades, additions, and silver. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one box hunt. You know I'll go back to that bank again and see if I can get another box, because if they keep doing this for the series, why would we stop? If you did enjoy it, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. It's always a good day when a hunt produces some more silver to the silver jar.